What's up, everybody? It's your boy Flash from ALWT Gaming, aka Malachi36. I am here with my posses here. Gravity Mark II, it's the 9-ball, and Mildewy Carrot. Gents, how are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Doing great.
All right. What about you there, Mildewy?
Oh, just another day in the gaming hood.
Gaming hood. And to wrap it up
I'm
with you,
trying to be
Gravity.
straight and I can't.
And wrap it up there with Gravity. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I slacked off a little bit. I was doing some gaming today, and I was like, you know what? I should probably study a little bit. And then I just didn't study because the game that I was playing today was way too much fun. And we'll talk about that here in just a sec.
All right. And go ahead and Gravity. Give us your word of the day in Japanese.
Oh, geez. All right, here. Let me just pick out one from my open book here.
Yeah. And as he's searching, I want to give a shout out to Lil Tofu 92, saying what up inside the chat. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Sure. Let's do this one. Sure. The word of the day is sekai.
Sekai, like Jin
Sekai.
Sekai.
Yeah, like SEKIA. If we're doing like romanji, like if we're talking like English letters, but the sekai, that means world.
Sekai means world.
Yeah.
So like if you've ever heard that and people talking about sekai in like anime, like that was terrible, but no, yeah, like it means world. So
Mildewy Carrot, you are my Sekai.
Oh,
no.
You're his whole sekai.
I'm connecting after that one.
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
I'm going to join you. Let's get on some Smite 9-ball.
As you guys know, today we have a lot of gaming news to kind of give you guys. Before we jump into that, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Vegito Pro, who gave us the recent follow. Thank you very much again for that. Lunar89OP79. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if that's a real person because I see a lot of Lunar follows. I mean, I appreciate it if you are, and I apologize if I offended you, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's a real person. And then once again, we'll give a shout out to Lil Tofu 92, who's hanging out with us in the chat.
What's up, Lil Tofu?
Lil Tofu. Lil TT. But yeah, guys.
It's Lil T, okay?
Lil T, my bad. Lil T. But guys, what have you guys been playing over the weekend? Like, what have you guys been getting into before we dive inside this gaming news and plethora of stuff to give everybody?
Oh, not much. Actually, me and Biss, we actually hit Raft up again on this last Saturday. We actually went hardcore into that thing for about like 8.5 hours. Like, we went through it. we're having a blast on it too. A lot of good stuff and upgrades we managed to get. We died several times. We're like, what is this? You know, because there's several creatures in there that it's like the hit boxes were like, this is bullshit. That should not have hit me at all.
Yeah.
You know, and two, another one we're just like, we were stupid and got separated and got killed. So you know, it's like, all right, whatever. So, but other than that, we've had a lot of fun, and I actually want to get you guys on some of this stuff because if we were all on, I'm pretty sure it'd go one a lot faster, but two, we could do some stupid shit
Agreed.
and have a
I'm
blast.
down, man.
I
I'm
just
down.
don't feel like Malachi will ever join us on there, not unless we're at the part where it's like, all right, let's raid the island and kill the bears. You know, then he'll join in. Other than that, he's gonna be back in the cabin taking a nap in the hand.
No, what are you talking about? We played Sea of Thieves. Just put him at the captain's helm.
Arg.
Just have him steer the raft. Have him just determine where we're going, and we'll go there. It's fine.
Is it a survival type? Is that what it is?
Pretty much. I mean, it's a survival. You got a story mode where you have to go through, you know, to get to certain points, and they've done upgrades recently. But yeah, it's very crafting based first off until you get to certain points towards the end or middle area and all, where you can then start doing a little bit of fighting. But other than that, it's a lot of survivability.
Okay. And this didn't actually make the news that we're about to talk about today, but Rust is actually going to be coming to PS4 and Xbox One here, I think, in the next month or so. So something to be on the lookout for, especially if you guys like the survival types and everything like that. Gravity.
It's on my list for PC for sure.
yeah, 100%. Gravity. What have you been playing, man? What's been on your agenda?
So I'll just start this off. I already said this before the stream. I'm just going to say it again for the stream. Like you've been very opinionated about Final Fantasy VII Remake,
100%.
and
Opinionated.
you shared your opinions, and I'm just like, you know what, it's good. I played the demo a while ago, like when the demo first came out. Demo was really great. I ended up buying it, but I've sat on it for like months. Like I sat on this thing forever and ever because I was like, you know what, it just doesn't feel like the right time. It doesn't feel like it's like I should wait. And then, you know, finally recently I'm just like, oh, like, you know what, I should go play this. And you again, you've been very opinionated, saying like, oh, like it's, you know, it should be game of the year. It was really good. And I was like, I played the demo. I don't know if it's game of the year. Let me tell you, 17 hours later, this absolutely deserves to be in that spot. Like I've been playing so much of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's so good. And this game, and I finally figured it out. I have this bad habit in games where like you know, like when you play a game and there's like clearly there's one path that you're supposed to go down, but then they give you a bunch of other stuff that's clearly like not the right way, but there's probably something hidden down there. Like I think it's honestly I think it's Square Enix. Yeah. I think I'm just so used to Square games that like I just do that all the time. Where I'm just like, oh, that's clearly the right way. I'm going to go that way and see if I might be able to find some goodies down there. I'm just rambling at this point because of how excited I am. This game is amazing. This game is amazing. The sound quality is amazing. The music for it is always top notch. I mean, you could always expect that from a Final Fantasy game. But the voice acting, holy cow, they knocked it out of the park. Like, the voice acting for this game is so good. Like, it is so good. There hasn't been a single line that I've heard so far that sounds phoned in. Yeah. Like every single line sounds legitimate, like it actually came from that character. Doesn't sound like it was read from a script. They actually, it felt good. And if you can't tell, I'm excited to keep playing that game.
Yep, I don't blame you, man. And we have my reservations, of course, about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I could talk all day about it, but I won't. In fact, we'll take this on over the nine ball. What up, man? What have you been playing?
For me, more of the basics. Of course, I was Final Fantasy 14.
Of course.
Smite, Cyberpunk, but I've also been playing Fall Guys. Me and my niece have been playing Fall Guys. Me and my niece have been playing
I saw you online the other day. And I was like, someone hacked Nine Ball's PS4. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think she actually got first place.
Oh,
nice.
All
Yeah.
right.
Nice.
A round of applause for that.
Taking the crown.
No, I can't say that. I cheated too because I took one guy out with me.
I go, you come with me.
Yeah, I grabbed somebody. I was like, yeah, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fine. It's fine.
For the horde.
It's like, we're going to fall
somebody
together.
tried to grab her and take her out. Shit, I'm actually winning. I mean, the guy fell before she did.
There you go. There you go. Well, that's what you get for trying to cheat. You know what I mean? And speaking of cheating, we're going to actually talk about these scalpers that have been locking in a lot of these PS5s and Xbox Series X's here in a minute. Yeah. But I do also want to let you guys know, I actually, Sunday, beat Spider-Man Miles Morales. So I beat it. Yeah. It's a smaller game, of course.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I feel good about it. There's a few things that I feel were rushed about it. Me and Barely Lee, who had talked about this too as well off stream. It turns out that he actually had informed me that I didn't really know about that. That game was kind of rushed. Like, I guess there's a point that was just like it was supposed to be delayed, but didn't get delayed, and so there's parts that was like definitely. There's definitely parts in there where it feels kind of incomplete. At the end of the whole thing, I feel complete. Like I don't feel like I was cheated out of anything. But there are
not Cyberpunk incomplete.
No. Not even close. Not even close, man. But I will say though, like leading up to the main villain, like the main antagonist and stuff like that, it was ultra quick. Like in the first 10 minutes of the game, you know who the main villain is. Like there was and it was supposed to be like a big shocker, big surprise type scenario. It was really quick. They could have done more with that. And again, I don't know how much time and how much thought they were really pushing for that, just because this is a smaller type game. On PS4, I think it's only like $40. On PS5, actually, I think it's $40 on PS5 too as well. So it's just one of those things where it's just like it's not the Golden Compass. What's that game called? Lost Legacy. It's like Lost Legacy for the Uncharted, to where it's like a smaller type game with two girls or whatever like that. So, but yeah, I had a good time with it. Now I'm just getting ready to. I also got through Outriders, which we're not going to talk about right now because I'm still trying to gather my thoughts about the game. Yeah,
what are you saying? It wasn't beautiful.
It was, and that's the thing. Like, I love Square Enix. Like, I'm at the point to where, and like, if Final Fantasy was exclusive to a particular system, I would go to where that system's at because that's how much I love Final Fantasy games. The Square Enix did something with this.
Come on over.
I would come on over if they said Final Fantasy 16 is only for Xbox.
Yeah, it's waving its stick at you, Kev. Come on, Malachi. It's waving its stick at you.
Do you have Final Fantasy?
Come on over.
Do you have it?
I mean, some of them.
But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Yeah, but I'm excited to try out Valheim with you guys at our 9 to 5 segment this coming Saturday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, and I think we might even do an extra live campaign on that one. We'll have to see. I mean, that might be pretty fun. But enough of that, guys. You guys are not here to hear us ramble about those types of games and our experiences on that. You guys are here to hear the gaming news and as I kind of titled this one, how you guys can get yourself a PS5 and an Xbox Series X's and also possibly beat these scalpers. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little backstory on this. So as far as for me, I was lucky enough to get my PS5 at launch day, pretty much. So PS5s, I believe, launched on November 10th. I got mine in on the pre-order in the first batch. I got it in. Me and actually Gravity here, we were actually trying together. Said it was sold out. We both gave up, but then I got I got some info on the inside to where someone was just like, I got my order confirmation. They're like, just keep going, keep trying. It'll say it's sold out, but it really isn't. And I kept doing it, and I kept doing it, and I got through, and I got myself an order confirmation. Gravity Mark over here did the same thing, and he wasn't so lucky. And for anyone that knows, like really trying to get your hands on an Xbox Series X or a PS5, it's been almost impossible. And the reason why is because these scalpers are setting up their bots. They know what time that the retailers are going to have it out for. They'll set their bots for that time period. And the minute, like say it's at 9 o'clock, the minute 9 o'clock happens, like literally a nanosecond right when it happens, it's cleared out house. And it's frustrating for any consumer that's trying to get one. Almost all of ALWT Gaming has been trying to get their hands on one ever since I was able to get mine. And it's just been a nightmare. 2 or 3 weeks ago, Barely Leave got his. But he did his just by sheer luck of being on the on the website for Best Buy. I mean, God was looking out after him on that one. But then I was looking online last Thursday to be exact, for Gravity, because I've been trying to help him out because he's been trying to go ahead and have his done recently. And I saw that Walmart was having theirs. So 3 o'clock came. I tried it, said it was sold out. And they did that every 10 minutes. So every 10-minute increments, they would say, hey, more's in stock. Tried it at 3:10, sold out. Tried it at 3:20, sold out. 3:30's coming along. I had to leave to go get my wife from work. We did the same thing, but I did it on my phone this time. Sold out. All the way up until 4:10 when I picked her up. When I got my wife at 4:10, I had her do it, and it said sold out, but then she looked at the reviews, right? And this is where the ALWT secret is kind of coming into play. Some of you guys might already know this, but we've been finding out that this has been pretty easier to do. So she actually looked at the reviews, and one person on the review said, hey, I tried to go ahead and get it for my son at Christmas and had no luck. I tried it through the Walmart app recently, and without any trouble was able to get one. Now he's playing hours and hours and hours on his PS5. Thank you, Walmart. That was her quote.
So wait, he was trying to get it for his son, and now he's just like, oh, screw that.
No, well, yeah, he was trying to get it for his son, and he couldn't get it. Then he was able to get one for his son through the app. So he did that, and they said how simplistic it was and everything like that. So I went ahead and downloaded the Walmart app. All right, I tried it one more time because I at 4:30. Because I didn't have time to get all my information in there before the next round came in. Tried it one more time at 4:30, sold out. And I just did it through the normal web way. Once 4:50 came around, I logged into the Walmart app. I waited until it hit 4:50. The minute it hit 4:50, I went ahead and went inside the Walmart app, went through my order history because it's already on my order history, and it was right there for checkout. I hit checkout, or I hit add to bag. It added it to my bag. I went to the checkout. I was able to check out, and bam, order was placed, and I went ahead and called Gravity Mark. So it looks like this is the theory that we had that's going on right now, and it seems to be proven true so far. It looks like these retailers, what they're doing is that they are prioritizing their app users. And it makes sense because, one, if I'm not, and I could be completely wrong about this, but I don't think there's an easy way for bots to set up through that company's app, so they don't have to worry about it being in a bot that's going through their app. Chances are, if you're going through the app, it's an actual live human being clicking on the stuff, versus just being able to type in a web browser and just have it, bam, your bot ready.
True, because for web browsers, you can do guest orders. Apps, I don't know if they enabled the guest orders or not. I think you actually have to be a member,
right?
Possibly to use the app. I know a lot of apps do that nowadays. They're like, you want to order, you either go to the website as a guest or you do to the app as a member. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of what we've been doing there. So if you guys are trying to get yourself a PS5, there's two things I would highly, highly recommend for you guys to do. And so far, like I said, I've been pretty lucky on doing it. I'm about to show you guys one of them right here. Oh, thank you, Lil Tofu gave us a little mention. What up? Yes, yes, on social media.
It.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
But right here. So first and foremost, you guys definitely want to make sure you guys have say it's a Target app, Walmart app, Best Buy app, GameStop app, whatever app it is that you're trying to purchase your Xbox Series X or your PS5 through. Make sure you guys have that stuff there, and I would highly recommend for you to save your card information just to make it very simplistic and quick. The second thing, and this is like kind of going hand in hand on this, is make sure that you guys are downloading this app right here. You may not be able to see it that well. Dang it, you can't see
nope.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's called it's called
Right, fuzzy splotch.
It's called
Is it called the
app
fuzzy
today.
app?
No, it's called Hot Stock. It's called Hot Stock. It's like, it looks like a little flame, and if you download Hot Stock, it will inform you when companies are restocking their inventory. So that's Walmart, that's Target, that's Best Buy, that's all that stuff. And you can select it if you want it to be just the PS5, the Xbox Series S, X. You can even be the RTX, whatever. I'm losing it right now, but you know what I'm talking about, though.
RTX 3080.
Yeah, 3080. Yeah. So it could be the RTX 3080s. You can actually have that be hawking that product for you. So Hot Stock is what it's called. Looks like a little fireball or whatever with the red background. And I would highly recommend for you guys to have your retailer of choice app downloaded on your phone. Maybe, just maybe then, with those two steps that you guys do and play, you'll be able to actually beat these scalpers. Because like I said, I went in at 450, first time using the app, got straight on through, no problems, order confirmation in hand, was able to call my boy.
I didn't think it was going to happen. Like, I had gotten so comfortable with the idea that I was never going to get it that I still forget that it's coming to my house. Like, and I'm just like, shoot. Like, like every time I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I gotta like clear off a spot for it. Like, I gotta put it in a nice spot. I gotta make sure that like my TV is prepped. I gotta make sure that like I gotta get my wires like put in place. It's a true friend. It's a true friend right there.
And
you got a friend in me. All right, I'm done before we get copyrighted.
And the thing though too as well is that like we of course we want to make sure that we're sticking together. At least we tried. That's inside the name. So that's why we're not ashamed to kind of give you guys these little tips and tricks, because I almost guarantee you that the next time this happens, if you guys are hawking it or have the Hot Stock app, you guys will be able to go ahead and secure yourself one. Because again, I think this is probably the only way we can fight back against the scalpers. So does anybody else have any comments on that before we get into the actual official news and stories?
No, I'll say give it a try.
Yeah.
It's the worst that could happen.
Yep. Give it a try and stop supporting scalpers online.
Yeah. And definitely want to give a shout out to Skimbo92 for the recent follow. Appreciate you too as well. So now let's go, without further ado, we're going to jump right into this bad boy thing. And story number 2. So the first one was the PS5's how to get one. And if you guys hadn't missed it, you guys can go ahead and rewatch this on Twitch or YouTube or our Facebook page, as it's going to be on all of that. And pretty much you guys can find us on pretty much anything social media wise as ALWT Gaming or ALWT Gaming. Pretty much anything. If you're on YouTube and you can't find us with ALWT Gaming, type in At Least We Tried Gaming, because at least we tried, you know. Story number 2: Bethesda, Xbox, I now pronounce you partners. Eddie Mackuk from GameSpot, after getting wrote in on this, after getting approved by regulators, Microsoft's $7.5 billion deal. First and foremost, $7.5 billion, guys. You know what I mean? Can you just give me 100? Can you just give me 100 million of that? I would appreciate it.
You know what?
Even just $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million, even 1,000. Like just give me with 1,000. You know what I mean? But anyway, so $7.5 billion deal to acquire ZeniMax and its subscribers at I can't say that word. Subsidiaries, such as Bethesda, has officially gone through. One of the biggest gaming deals in history is now complete, and it sets the stage for big things for Xbox going forward. We're already learning a bit more about what it means, including Bethesda will release some games that are exclusive on Xbox and PC. In a statement, Bethesda's Pete Hines says that you should not expect any landmark announcements or changes right now. Today's announcement is about the deal getting officially approved and the specifics on which it means, what this means for Bethesda's future comes later. Hines did say that Bethesda expects that its studios will be able to continue to operate independently, but now with the extra support and the resources from Microsoft. Hines also teased that Bethesda will bring more of its games to the Game Pass catalog in the future. End quote. As we've all shared, the expectation is that Bethesda Softworks and our studios will continue as we have in the past, with just more support and resources than we ever had before, he said. Obviously, the Game Pass has been an important initiative for Xbox, and we'll be working on putting even more of our games onto Xbox Game Pass than ever before. Beyond that, stay tuned. We're just getting started together. Guys, what's going on here? Like, I know there's been a lot of conspiracies out there. I know there's been a lot of theories saying like, now the next Elder Scrolls is going to be Xbox exclusive. The next Fallout is going to be Xbox exclusive. Whatever. What does this mean to you guys? What's going on?
It means a lot. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna say some things. It's basically, for starters, Elder Scrolls 6 better work right. You better not have anything. If you don't spend that much, I mean, think about it. Some people, when you go to bars and stuff, or you go to buy your house, some people look at buying houses. Bethesda just bought the entire block.
Mhm. Yeah.
With 7.5
Block.
billion, you
They bought a
I'm
city.
taking this house and
Yeah,
this house
say-
and this house and this house. It's all mine.
Monopoly.
But
Welcome to the Bethesdaville.
it's quite. I mean, it's quite interesting, especially with the games they can come out with. Seeing this, which like most people have pointed out, you've now got Bethesda and Obsidian underneath the same house. So a lot of people are speculating maybe a new Fallout Las Vegas. New Vegas might be coming out because New Vegas was awesome.
Oh yeah.
As for games, I don't know yet. I'm still waiting to see. I'm hoping that they still release like Elder Scrolls and Fallout, the marquee titles on every system. I still think they should be doing that, even if they go with Microsoft. But it's all a Microsoft order. I mean, but it is a darker side because we've seen this with like EA before, to where EA eats companies alive. Because look what's currently happening to
BioWare.
yeah.
Jeez. Jeez, I just pictured EA as like Galactus, just going around, just eating up, just like, oh, that looks pretty tasty.
I just hope that they take this and
Yeah.
I just hope that they take the information. Well, still speaking about EA, by the way. I just hope that they take this information and learn heavily from it towards their next Dragon Age, because they cannot mess that game up. They cannot mess that game up.
They've
Oh, they're
already
gonna be
removed
live.
multiplayer, so
Right.
you know, we'll see. Hopefully, they went back to their roots, saying, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that
What
was your guys' bad when it really was EA's bad." But you know,
We got
They'll push
Mr.
the blame
Say
off on
2 in the
BioWare. You know
in the
they will.
chat. What up, Ohio? How's it going? Good side.
what up?
Up Ohio.
How's it going, bro?
But yeah,
Glad you took a break from Smite to join us.
but yeah, what about you, Mildew Care? What is your thoughts about this?
I'm kind of with 9ball on this one, you know, but I'm like, as I was saying earlier, didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm like, they didn't buy a block 9ball. They bought the whole fucking city, is what they did.
Yeah, they did.
And they named it.
Pretty much.
They named it EAville is what they did. You know, they took it from Bethesda, you know, Village, and they named it EA Village, EA Town. You know, they're saying this is ours.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm worried about it because the EA doesn't have a good reputation in terms of incorporating companies into them. Key case in point, BioWare. Key case in point, game Anthem. You know, so I'm gonna have to wait and see really what they're gonna do because they just bought them. So I'm hoping they learned from BioWare and said, because especially they said they're able to operate independently. I hope they truly mean that. I really hope to God they mean that. If they allow them to continue operating independently, but underneath their EA flagship, then I think we could be fine.
Microsoft.
Oh, sorry, underneath Microsoft. Sorry. I don't know why I said EA. I thought you said EA. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm going back to
an
bed.
analogy.
But if they allow them, all right, let me retrace all steps here. If Microsoft allows Bethesda to stay independent as they stated, I really truly think they'll be fine. If they do what EA did with BioWare, we're screwed. And we can, possibly say goodbye to a lot of good stuff, But like I said, if they keep to their word and truly do as they're saying they do and saying, we just own the title, we became like ownership of them, and they still do what they do. They make it good with all this, with the Elder Scrolls and all that, and Fallout, everything, like, then we're good. And like we're good.
They will though. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just want them to keep their word on that and keep it going, and we're fine. They pull an EA, we're out.
Yeah, I agree.
I have
Go ahead.
can I go back to it real quick?
Yeah. Take it over. It's your word. I'm just living in it. Let's go.
What was the word? Gravity. It's a sacred or something.
I actually feel like they will, though. I mean, when you was talking, I kind of think about it, and to be honest, back in the day, BioWare was originally under Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
BioWare started with Microsoft, and to be honest, BioWare wanted to leave Microsoft, and Microsoft just let them go. The same happened with Bungie. And Bungie, Bungie was originally with Microsoft, and they worked together.
Yeah, I
pretty
knew
well.
that one. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's the reason why Jade Empire and Mass Effect 1 were only Xbox only
yeah.
titles.
Let me pause you there real fast though. Let's be real. Was Phil Spencer around at that time? Exactly. Like, he's probably the best CEO that Xbox has to offer. Had he been around, maybe things would have been differently. That's just my opinion. So, what about you, Gravity? What you have to think about this bit of news?
I'm just gonna say, like, we'll have to see. And I hate to like have like the boring opinion on it. Just like, we'll have to see. I don't know how I feel about it.
Next Friday.
Maybe next Friday I might feel a little differently. We already knew that like this was already happening. So the fact that it's finalized now is, it is something to talk about. Yeah. It's interesting that they say that like some Bethesda games are going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC, which is kind of like something we already expected to happen. And honestly, especially with, like kind of like what I'm thinking is, especially like with some of these titles, like it would be smart to not have to like only have some of them exclusive to Xbox and PC. And then like some of the other more broad ones, like have those as other console releases, especially now that Microsoft is partnering with GameStop. Because that's something that I completely forgot about for a while. Because at that point, I'm pretty sure, because Microsoft, I think, is only for the most part only offering like to like upgrade their POS systems and some of their other like just text their software. But I'm pretty sure like Microsoft still gets a cut of each of their sales. So even if they make like one game that's out on maybe like 3-4 different consoles, maybe that's 3 or 4 different people that are going to go into a GameStop and actually buy it, or maybe they'll buy it online, and then Microsoft's still going to get a cut of that money anyway.
Yeah, they're playing the service game.
Yeah, they're kind of spreading themselves out a little bit and just kind of like dipping their toes into like a couple different pools, just so that way they're kind of at least making something on every end.
Microsoft's always been like that, though.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like now they're more aggressive with that than they've ever really been.
That like a lot of companies are kind of like that. We're seeing that with Apple too, like where Apple was very much so like it, like we're just Apple, it's just us. Now they're trying to put like Apple TV on like Samsung TVs, like they're branching off and they're trying to do more service stuff. So because like that's just kind of the way the market's going. Like the market kind of goes one way into software, goes there, goes into this, it goes into that. Like it's going all over the place. But
you got Stadia.
I still get Google still sends me emails about Stadia. Like you try, like you do a free trial, and then Google's like, "Hey, you sure? You sure you don't want to come back?" And I'm like,
I'm good.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I have my Series S. I have a PS5 coming. Are you sure you can play that on any device? True, but Stadia. You know what? Stadia's just got to step up their library. Like, which it seems like they're starting to. I think they're getting it exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
There was a announcement that they like a lot of their first party games have that team that was going to be working on that is getting disbanded pretty much. So probably in the next 2 years, Stadia may not be anymore. To be completely honest with you,
it's a neat idea. Like it really is. But like, isn't there already something like GeForce or something that's like already doing something similar for like PC?
Yeah. Nvidia.
Yeah, because
what was it, Edge or something? What was it?
I think it was something like that.
I forgot the name of it. I know it's been in the works for a good while now.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like I actually saw a video and I can't remember who it was from. Like if you look it up on YouTube, I'm sure like it's there. But they were actually able to like I think like get like a firsthand look as to what the service looks like, how the service is going to run, like what it's going to look like if you have like different types of internet. And I think they were also like able to like get a hold of like one of the servers that that the company uses to kind of like house all of like your gaming stuff. So that way you can pretty much. Who is it?
It was Nvidia Shield.
Was it in the NVIDIA Shield, or is it? Because I thought the Shield was like its own little like mini console.
Yeah, that's what it was,
Or
like a
unless
streaming
that's-
console.
Oh, because okay,
I
'Cause
thought
I
it
was
was
gonna say,
Pokemon
'cause
Sword.
I thought this. Yeah, because I thought the Shield was like something that people used for a lot of emulating. Unless it is, and unless now like they're just now unless like the Nvidia Shield is just like they're just really up in their game and like no one's talking about it.
Nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
2022, Nvidia Shield's gonna come out of nowhere. But in terms of this news, like I am kind of excited. As somebody who now owns an Xbox, as somebody who has been thoroughly enjoying Game Pass, I am really like interested to see what more of this partnership that this is going to see, because I like getting a good deal. That's why I have PS Plus. I get it. You get a good deal. You get some free games every now and then. You get some nice discounts, and then with Game Pass, you get just a whole library of free games, just as long as it's on there. And most of the time, they leave them on. They leave some games on there for like a long time.
Yeah.
Some of them like feel almost like it's on there indefinitely. So, if anything, for me as a consumer, this feels very kind of. I'm hoping it's very consumer friendly. I hope it's it kind of puts the consumer first, but we'll just have to see.
Yep, we will have to see. But before we get inside story number 3, definitely want to take a little pit stop on over here to our fantasy gaming league over here. Just want to give you guys a heads up for anyone that's tuning in right now for the first time. We are inside of a fantasy gaming league to where it's literally what it sounds like, fantasy football, to where we choose games, we predict how they're going to do when they come out. 70 points is the threshold. Anything that scores above a 70, we gain points for. Anything that's below a 70, we lose points for. And anything that hits 70 on the mark on a Metacritic overall is just, we don't lose, we don't gain. So, right now, we are currently competing, and we have a few guest speakers that's been on that's in this league with us, just having some fun with it. Me representing ALWT Gaming, here are the games that I selected: Horizon Forbidden West, Deathloop, Halo Infinite, Final Fantasy 16, Far Cry 6, Solar Ash, Dying Light 2, Call of Duty 2021, and I have a counter pick of God of War Ragnarok. The God of War Ragnarok, or the counter picks, how they work is that if you have an opponent that has a game that you don't think is going to come out or going to score well, you're going to counter pick against it. If it does bad, meaning underneath the 70, you gain the points while your opponent loses that points. If it's above 70 and it does well, then your opponent gains the points just like normal, but I, as the counter picker, would lose those points. So I'm taking a real leap of faith with the God of War Ragnarok ban, hoping that does not come out this year. Zaka TV, who is also known as It's the 9 Ball, he is in second place right now, because right now there's only been 3 games that we have selected that's been scored, but he has Resident Evil Village, Returnal, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, The Medium, which got him 5 points. It got a 75 on Metacritic, and that's 5 points above 70. Ruin King League of Legends Story, Oddworld Soulstorm, Guilty Gear Strive, Mario Golf Super Rush, and he has Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, which he's praying to God does not come out this year.
No, I know it's not. I know it's not.
Surprise drop holiday.
Yep.
20.
Shadow drop.
We have Carrot Patch Inc., which is from Mildewy Carrot. He has Monster Hunter Rise, so he's excited about this month. He has Ken Bridges Spears. I hate you. You have Ghostwire Tokyo. I hate you. You have Shin Megami Tensei 5. You have Psychonauts 2. You have 12 Minutes. You have It Takes Two, and he has 1 open spot still, and he has a counter pick of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. The reason why I said I hate you is because those were going to be my picks for Ken Bridges Spirits and Ghostwire Tokyo, and he took them from me. But that's okay, because I got Horizon all day, every day. We have Fantasy Football, which spelled with a PH, and that is by Silent, which is one of our guest speakers. He has Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. He has Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. He has Hollow Knight Silksong. He has Star Wars Legos, or Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. He has new Pokemon Snap, taking a risk with that one. He has Axiom Verge 2. He has Elden Ring, which is also taking a big leap. He has Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That's a great pickup. I didn't realize he picked that up. And he has a counter pick, Back for Blood. So there he is. And here's our first place is Illis B Live Rocking it out with 20 points. He has Bravely Default 2, which got him 8 points above 70. He got him 78 on Metacritic, in other words. He has Near Replicant Version, 1 point in a lot of numbers. He has Little Nightmare 2s, which is 83 above, 83 on Metacritic, so he got 13 points on top of that. He has Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. He has the Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes. He has Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. He has 2 open spots still that he can fill up his thing with. And again, I will say this every time, he hurt me because he's a Final Fantasy fanatic as well. But he decided to choose a counter pick of Final Fantasy 16. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have Ohio in the chat who has God of War Ragnarok, which I counter picked. He has Gotham Knights. He has Back 4 Blood, which Silent had counterpicked. He has Humankind, and he has 4 open slots still that he can pick games up on. And he counterpicked my Halo Infinite, which that's going to be a big booyah in your face because you know that's going to drop. You know it's going to do well. Even if you don't like Halo, it's going to give me the stacks I need. What up, man? Come at me, bro. See you on Smite. On to story number 3.
I feel bad for Ohio. It was like everybody picked on him.
Hey, he's in the chat, and knowing Ohio, he will not stay silent. He's going to be bringing up the frag 30 in the chat. So on here,
frag all night long.
Yep. Story number 3. Is that real or is that a game? Nineball, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, Eddie Malkich from GameSpot. Fortnite Unreal Engine company Epic Game is buying another company. This time snapping up the photogrammetry developer Capturing Reality. Epic has spent an unspecified sum to acquire the company to bring its software reality capture into the Unreal Engine. Photogrammetry is the process of scanning real-world people, places, and things and using software to convert those images into scan. For those in video games and other media, you can check out the video to get a closer look at how it works. In a statement, Epic Games said the Capturing Reality team will continue to grow and work closely with Epic's own Unreal Engine team. The goal is to make the Capturing Reality technology more accessible and affordable. This starts right away as Capturing Reality has already cut prices of its software for new and existing customers. Reality capture is the clear market leader in photogrammetry and has been integral. God dang it! Just read that photogrammetry throws you off. Integral to the creation of Quixo Mega. I see why he gave me this one. Quixo Mega Scan. Since its inception, Epic's Teddy Bergsey said in a statement, "We are beyond excited to welcome Capturing Reality to our team and to accelerate our shared vision to enable anyone to scan the world."
So yeah, I did see a little bit of this on GameSpot's page, so you guys might want to go and check that out. It looks great. It looks real. It definitely looks very real. Does this do anything for you guys? You guys think we're going to see more of this on? Is it going to just be PCs? Is it going to be on next gen consoles? What are you guys' thoughts about this?
I'm thinking of the original Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Scan people. God, I can't help it. Digitized actors. It should be. I mean, they done probably dropped a lot of money on it, so it should be used for something.
Yeah.
It should be on the next consoles with the amount of power and stuff they have in them system. It makes no sense not to use it in the Unreal Engine stuff.
Heard that. Okay. And
I feel like this is. Oh no, go ahead.
Well, I was about to say, and that kind of makes me wonder is that because I think if I'm not mistaken, this year, if it's not out already, Unreal Engine 5 is supposed to be coming out, and that's what a lot of developers are going to be playing with. If they adapt this feature inside Unreal Engine 5, we're going to be playing games that you're going to be like, what movie are you watching? Oh snap! Like it's going to be like that. It's already really good in most games already, but I think that if this is really panning out to be how it sounds, we might be into something else. You already have apps out there that you can literally take movies that you love and scan your own face onto some of those actors and actresses. So you already had that. That's out there.
That's just sad.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it really, and it looks good. It looks like it's actually them. So it just makes you think. It just, and of course the comments inside there saying like the porn is now changed. You'll there's some people that will actually put that out there because of that app. But anyway, I'm just saying like in general, if they're able to come up with applications like that, I'm kind of curious of what this feature is going to look like when it comes to games. Like I can imagine not even have to like I have a camera on my PS5. If that feature was already embedded right now, just take a picture of my face from the front, take it to the side, and then bam, they're able to have actual me, Malachi 36, inside FIFA. So I'm just, I don't know. Well, any other
game any?
You said what?
I said won't improve your game any.
Anyway, going on over such a hater, guys. You have to deal with.
Like, yeah, like with this kind of thing, like though, I feel like this is where like entertainment has been kind of going for a while, like especially with what you were saying with with facial recognition, especially like with deep fakes. Like it's like honestly, like as soon as I saw my first deep fake, it blew my freaking mind, and I was like, oh, this is where everything is going. It's going to scan everything. It's going facial recognition. And honestly, like I will say this. Personally for me, like if you want to do some sort of like face scan like with an actor or something and put it on there, like sure, that's fine as long as you have that actor's permission to do so, like that's fine. But like I feel like we're going to get to a point where like we're not even going to need actors anymore. Like we'll need like actors to like play characters, but in terms of like faces, they're just like, hey, like get George Clooney, like just like get the George Clooney file and just drop it on their face. But like for me, like I'll say this, like as a gamer, I don't want my face scanned. Like I would rather just like try to hand make my stuff, because at the same time, because to me like that kind of dips into privacy stuff for me, because I'm just like, do I have like if by scanning my face, am I agreeing to something? Because especially like for those games where where you start the game, they're like, oh, agree to the terms of service, and you're just like, yeah, sure,
and all that.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, it's just a video game. It is what it is. They're just probably just gonna capture how I play to like try to like make a more addicting game later. Sure, whatever, that's fine. But like if they have like if they slip in there like, oh, like we have the right to the face that like the CG created face that we scan from yours, it's like, well, at that point, like who has the rights to what? Am I giving the rights to my face away? Is this just something to scan? Like what what goes into that? Because there have been several tech companies, I think Microsoft was one of them, that was actually developing facial software recognition technology, and they kind of like put a pause on it because they're like, well, hold on, we don't want to we actually don't want to like make something that could actually be really terrible, that could actually like backfire in some way or another, because that's kind of like how tech really goes, isn't it? Like anytime we make something newer that we think is really cool, we think can do a lot of really cool stuff, it has a lot of repercussions that we don't see right away, and sometimes we don't see those repercussions until several decades down the line. So I think it's really cool, like as somebody who like actually like looks at this stuff, I think it's really cool. But to be able to, in terms of like gaming, like to be able to like take a picture of like a scene, like a mountain scene, and to be able to put that in there, like if they're gonna make like a game where you can actually like make your own game and just like upload different pictures of like maybe somewhere you visited, maybe you want to like make a video game of like your room or something. Just do like a 3D like scan of your room and then just go for that and just play that. That'd be fun. But again, like for me, it kind of dips into like the how far does that go?
Gotcha. Yeah. No, we're gonna have to see about that. Do you have anything that you want to chime in on that there, Mildewy, or did you want to go on over to story number 4?
We're gonna hold off on 4 because I definitely want to say I agree with Gravity there. I don't like I'm worried about the aspects of invasion of privacy first off, because you're talking like, oh, it's just like we'll keep it safe, we'll keep people from like keeping like from getting a hold of your picture and all that, and then it's like Russia comes along and you're like, well, they've got my face now, and for some reason my credit card's now $1,000 overdrawn.
They have your face on the next license too.
Yeah, or my face is now being used for a catfish. It's like
Wow, Donford, who's this guy?
Yeah. I've never been to Europe.
I mean, I have, but we're not going to go there.
Who's McLovin?
Not me.
Yes.
But there's so many risks with it. Now, in the terms of some of the images they showed where they take pictures of architecture within the world and stuff like that and be able to real time it and put it into and get like all of that high end detail that would take you months of hand modeling. I agree with that. If you want to put landmarks and stuff in there, or if you want to take pictures of like a mountain to really get the feeling of it, there's like you can do that hand style, but it's going to take you a while. But if you just go out there, you get like 300 pictures, and then you install it into the system, and it generates you this beautiful mountain range, and then you've got coding in there to where you can create like just the freaking Appalachian Trail, modern style or something off of it. Awesome. But when you get into the aspects of like models and the recognitions of them and their faces and all that, and then can you then take 5 different people and then overlay them together saying, well, creative rights, I'm adjusted their face X amount of times because of X amount of models placed in there to where I don't need to pay them anything because I didn't use their face really. So it's like, where do we draw the lines in those aspects? But in terms of actual environmental modeling, I think it's going to be a great thing. And in terms of what it's going to be used on, you could use it on definitely PCs nowadays, and I agree with it's the 9-ball in this one with the newer setups for the new next-gen consoles with PS5 and the new Xboxes. I think they could handle it too, and I think it would add a new depth to the game to where we may not be playing a game anymore. We may not know it, Are we getting into this whole virtual reality concept where we're going so realistic that we don't know the difference between the real world and what's on TV, So
Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Better have a Phoenix down at all times.
I've got like 5 of those.
There you go.
I hacked the system for sure on that one. But no, I mean it's really cool idea. But I agree with Gravity also on the fact that we gotta be careful with it because a lot of ideas are cool. Building supercomputers are nice and awesome until they gain sentience and want to play a game, Dave, and next you're playing nuclear holy shit,
There you go.
So, we got to draw the line somewhere, but humanity will always be building and creating stuff like this. We just got to learn to say, okay, recognize where the line's at and not cross it, even though we will cross it.
I agree. And before we get inside story number 4 with Watch Dogs Squad Up with Gravity Mark II, I want to give you guys a reminder out there that every month for 2021, we are selecting a winner that's going to win a $50 gift card. There's various ways that you guys can enter in order to win a gift card. You see him doing his little happy dance over there.
I didn't win, but I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah, well, our winner that did win, which we still have yet to hear from, is Sick and Wicked 90. Congratulations, you're our February winner. We do only have a short turnaround as far as hearing back from you guys because we can't hold on to these rewards forever, as we need to go on to the next one to make sure that we're not stacking up rewards on rewards on rewards and people are not getting them. So if you guys win, you want to make sure that you guys are reaching back. Well, I'm going to reach out to you guys through our ALWT Gaming page and or email if I have it. But I'll be reaching out to you guys through that and then send you guys a message. If you guys are trying to redeem that and you guys want to make sure you guys reach out to us through our ALWT Gaming message on Twitch, or if you have our email, it's at leastwetried.gaming@gmail.com. Of course, like I said, Sick and Wicked 90, you're the winner for February. We still have to hear back from you, so be on the lookout for that. But in order for you guys to get entered into it, like I said, every single month we're going to have a new winner. So this month is going to be for March. All you have to do is be following us. That's one entry. That's all you have to do. If you want double entries in there, and then you can be sub to us for whatever tier level that you want to sub into. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you guys actually have Twitch Prime as well. Merge the two together, you guys get a free sub that you guys can give to one of your Twitch followers. So if you guys want, or Twitch supporters, I should say. So if you guys want to support ALWT Gaming's page, that's $5 that you're not even using. You know what I mean? That's $5 you're not using. Might as well give it to us. And if you don't want to give it to us, that's fine. Go ahead and give it to another streamer that is on Twitch, because again, Amazon Prime, you already have Twitch Prime. You already have a free sub. You might as well use it, right? Get those benefits. But if you guys are sub to us, that's an additional 2 entries, making that 3. So if you're following us and you're sub to us, that's 3 entries. But if you really, really, really want to sweeten the pot, we have a code word that we do every single ALWT Things Gaming, which we're about to reveal here right now. If you type this inside the chat, or send us an email by 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow at the latest, you guys can actually get an additional 2 entries to win this $50 gift card. And the code word happens every week, so you guys can keep on increasing your possibilities on here. Today's code word is, drum roll please. There we go. We got the bass going on, and the code word is hashtag 2021. We're in the new year. It's a new year, new you. You already know how it goes there. But yeah, so if you guys want to go ahead and type that in there inside the chat down below, you just type in hashtag 2021. You guys can be entered in to win a $50 gift card at the end of the month. So be on the lookout for that. Mildewy Carrot, stop trolling, man. He just...
I'm just showing him how it's done, you know?
No, of course. I mean, hey, you guys can follow his lead. ALWT Gaming is excluded from these types of offers, of course. But there you go. He's trying to win it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? Got to risk it for the biscuit. There you go. So 2021 is the code name. You guys can type it in here live on the chat. Or if you guys are watching this a little bit later because you're at work or sleeping or anything like that, you guys could just send us an email at leastwetried.gaming@gmail.com to be entered to get another 2 entries inside the pot. So there you go. All right, I'm going to get rid of that. And as we are getting rid of that, Gravity Mark 2, it is on you to talk about number 4.
Looks like we are talking about some Watch Dogs today. Looks like this is a Watch Dogs Squad Up. Steve Watts from GameSpot, quote, Ubisoft has released the long-awaited online mode for Watch Dogs Legion in its 3.20 update. The title update is now available across all consoles, though as previously announced, players on PC and Amazon Luna will have to wait a bit longer. But yeah, I was caught off guard. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Luna. Oh jeez. The Legion Online mode lets you construct a team of DedSec operatives using the full suite of abilities granted by the game's core, quote, play as anyone mechanic. That means there are multiple ways to deal with missions depending on the makeup of your team, like a construction worker that grants you special avenues of attack. You can also take part in co-op world events and earn exclusive rewards for playing through with your squad. See, aside from the big online update, the 3.2 patch also includes some general bug fixes. One of those is a missing mask bug that has been a community complaint recently, and all of the missing masks will automatically pop back into your wardrobe after you've downloaded the patch. Oh, all right then. You know what? This is I'll just start that off by saying, like, Watch Dogs Legion is definitely like a game that I've been keeping my eye on. It's been on my list. Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those games where you're just like, it's on my list. I want to get to it, but at the same time, like, when you look at the amount of content this has and like the amount of possibilities this kind of game has, you're like, I could easily sink like a lot of hours into this. But I also have a huge backlog full of other games that I need to get to that I'm just like, I'll just wait until it goes on sale so that way I can just kind of pick it up. But this is actually kind of interesting. Like, I'm interested to see kind of what kind of an online experience for this is going to look like. I'm curious to see like how many players it's going to be. Is it going to be like an open world kind of deal, or is it going to be kind of a versus?
So Watch Dogs 1 and 2 both already did have online. Just want to make sure that that's out there. They do have online, but it's more of those, like, some of them are PvP, some of them are like doing like little Like for example, you're trying to get intel from me. You're in my world. You're trying to hack something from me, and I'm trying to find you. Yeah, stuff like that. It's more competitive. I don't want to say competitive, but it's like more competition based, if anything, between like fun competition between you guys. On Watch Dogs 2, I think there's a little bit more cooperative play. I don't know exactly how Watch Dogs Legion is going to be. I will say one thing. I got Watch Dogs Legions not at launch, but closer to that launch window time period. I got it at during that launch window time period with Ohio, who's in the chat, kind of out of impulse because he did buy it. Like, it's one of those games that I would want to play with friends. I know that co-op was going to be coming out for it later on. But we got our hands on it. We started playing it. And all I can think of was, this is how Cyberpunk should have been. That's all I got to say. Like, it was actually really, it made me feel like that. I was just like, snap, this is Cyberpunk. This is Cyberpunk, but this is in England or whatever. Like, or London, I think it is. So it's just like, it was really cool. It was very immersive. Everything was hackable. Like, you were able to, and on top of that, what's even really cool is that you choose your person that you want to play as, pretty much, and you can turn permadeath on. So like, yeah, so like, it's one of those things where if you lose a member of your teammate, they're gone and stuff. It just makes it that much more riskier and that much more exciting to actually play. And yeah, I've had a great time with it. I put it on the back burner for now just because of the backlog that I do have. So, but yeah, and also on top of that, one of the primary reasons why I picked it up was so I can play cross, like online with my buddies and stuff. Having realized that, I just realized that I probably won't be able to play with Ohio unless I were to download the PS4 version of it, which I have both versions, but I would have to download the PS4 version of it versus the PS5 version, because I'm pretty sure that that's going to be something that they're not able to cross play on. There's some games I think that will be able to be the case. Like, I think when the PS5 version for Final Fantasy 14 drops, I'll be able to play that with anyone, no matter what version that they have. But for games like FIFA, for example, if I have the PS5 version, I can't play with someone that has a PS4 version. I would have to play the PS4 version on my PS5. And simply because it's just it's just a lot faster on the PS5. It's just a lot faster. It's even to the point to where if you're looking for a match on FIFA, normally there's like a little a warm-up section that's while the game is loading, and you just go in there and you're just one-on-one with the keeper. And on the PS5 version, that whole part is gone. You're literally just right inside the game. Like, right when it finds a match, bam, there. Kickoff. So I realized that after looking into that, is that the PS5 version is just so much fast, like literally so much faster, that depending on the game, you may not be able to actually play those versions on with other people on PS4.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that as well. Because there is, in some aspects, like there is like that competitive advantage, especially like with these faster SSDs and whatnot. But like at the same time, like hold on, because I'm trying to think, because honestly, I'm thinking of the games like Apex and like Fortnite, where like you can have like crossplay between people on PC and people on like PS4,
right?
And at the same time, like clearly the people on a PC are probably going to have a better advantage over that.
Well, even so, even with that logic, because Smite, that's one of the ones that we all play pretty regularly. There is no PS5 version for that right now. And even for the PS4 version, you can have the fastest internet, the fastest SSD. There's still a standard spec that's there. That way everyone is, like, you still have a loading time, even on the PC. I still have a loading time on the PS5. And PS5 pretty much did away with load screens. So it's just that particular, like, they find that commonality for games that are competitive. So that way there's like, I'm not inside the lobby killing people before you're even having while you're at character selection. You know what I mean? So everyone's literally doing the same thing at the same time. It's just how well is your performance.
Yeah, but the trailer for the online play for Watch Dogs Legions is really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. Like just watching it, I was like, ooh, ooh, I need to I almost felt like I need to get through Final Fantasy VII Remake faster, but I'm like, okay, hold on, let's not talk any craziness over here.
Rockstar's Legion, I think it is one that's worth the buy even at launch. I mean, if you get it discounted, good for you, great. But it would be one of those games where just like if you look back at if you look back at the time you bought it, would you wait for it to go on sale? My answer from myself is no. I think it was worth the buy getting it the way that I did. And again, thanks to Ohio for kind of putting that fire under my butt to get it. Sometimes I got games that I was really, really excited for, and it just didn't pan out to be the case. Luckily for me, it hasn't been too much. Like, for example, Cyberpunk 2077. I was really excited for that game. I wanted to play it. I got it, and it's just it was something else. But then there's other games like Final Fantasy VII Remake. I knew I wanted that day one. I got it. I enjoyed every minute of it. It's free right now on PlayStation Plus. Do I regret buying it, the deluxe edition when it came out? Heck no. And in fact, I double my money. Like that's how I feel right now. But Watch Dogs is definitely really cool. I think one thing that's also cool about it as well, and threw me off, is you are literally driving on the wrong side of the road, and that is a mechanic I have to get used to. Because again, Americans, we drive on the right side while they drive on the left side, and it's normal for them to drive on the left side. So it just feels really weird when I'm doing my certain turns and everything like that. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm driving on the wrong side. So that was something I had to get used to.
You know what? I hope more games do that. I really hope that more games like put stuff out there that where like you have to drive on the opposite side of the road. They have like different measurements and like grams and meters and kilometers, because I'll say this, like when you're in America, like you're just like, oh, like it's fine, like everything's just gonna be miles, it's gonna be feet, it is gonna be what it is gonna be. But then like anytime like you see anything outside of the country where it's just like, oh, it's this many meters away, you're like, oh shoot, that's right, how far is a meter? Oh dang it. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, maybe I'm the uncultured one here, but at the very least, I would like to see that in more games, because like I would like to like get used to that a little bit more, and I would like younger kids that are growing up to also get used to it more, because like while America can be like the weirdos who still use feet and everything, like that's just kind of better for communicating with people in other parts of the world. So that way, when they're like, oh, I'm this many like kilograms, like we can be like, oh, how many pounds is that?
Yeah, I think Ohio's against you on that. It says, F that America. I ain't using your silly metric.
Your silly metric?
Yeah, you know what?
Metric.
Preach in Ohio. Preach that.
You know what? I have that red hot, red, white, and blue American blood pulsing through me on some things. Other things, I'm just like, I'd like to educate myself a little bit more in a very passive, lazy way.
We bleed American flags over here.
Makes going to the doctor really awkward.
Perfect impersonation, guys. Exactly how I'd say it.
There you go. We know you too well, man. We know you too well.
We got your Ohio. We got that America right going on.
America.
Well, I'm going to give you some taters right now.
Mildew or Nine Ball, do you guys have any comment on this, or is this just something that you guys are just like, well, we'll see what happens?
I've never played Watchdog, so I'm more or less going to be sitting in the back stands, listening to Malachi rant about it. So because he plays some more in Ohio, so I'll be just sitting here, kind of just like watching it, and then whenever they say it's good and all, if it goes on sale, I might pick it up. But I wasn't really. Or
you could just borrow both of mine.
I mean, I could.
Yeah,
if I feel like it.
Save yourself some money.
Yeah, I started to figure out if I'm going to play 7 or not.
Which that's actually the challenge. Before we dive into that, I do have a challenge for everyone that's in ALWT Gaming, and for anyone that is curious that has never actually tried it before. I challenge you guys to try Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think you guys would enjoy it. On April, I think I said 14th? No, 17th. April 17th is when the deadline will be for us to have the game beat, and then that 20th, we're going to kind of talk about our thoughts about the game.
All right, I got plenty of time to procrastinate it.
Well, yeah. But yeah, so there you go. I want to give you guys a challenge because, again, as important as the game is to me for multiple different reasons. I know I said it on stream before. I want you guys to experience how great the game is too as well. And if you guys don't like the game, I won't ask you guys to play another Final Fantasy ever again. I promise you that. But I definitely want to have your guys' thoughts about it, and we can kind of jab about it on the 23rd, which is a Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our next ALWT Things Gaming. And see what you guys liked about it, see what you guys hated about it, if there is anything that you hate about it, if there is anything that you liked about it. And I'll just kind of take the back seat on that one, because I just want to hear what your guys' thoughts are, because I'm Final Fantasy 7 fan all day, every day. 8 and 10 as well, and 15. And 14. But what about you there, Nineball? What are your thoughts about this for Watch Dogs?
Well, for starters, I guess I'm the only person that kind of still likes Cyberpunk. So
I like Cyberpunk for what it was trying to do. I just wish they translated that a little better.
Yeah, if they have fixed it for consoles, it would have been excellent. It's just it works on my. I guess I was like it's about a billion times. I was like the only lucky one to get one that actually worked.
not just from ALWT Gaming. Yeah, not just from ALWT Gaming, for the world. Everyone had problems but Nineball.
The world tried to buy it on console and they failed.
Not Paris Lilly from Kind of Funny Games Daily. He has a monster PC and was having issues. Same thing for Andy Cortez.
No problem for some reason. But might be because I did buy it. Like I said, I bought mine straight from GOG. I don't know. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but
water under the bridge.
Nineball, would you consider your PC a monster?
No, it's probably about. Well, it's pretty good tier. I mean, I run like a 1070, and for this one, I bought a specific 2 terabyte NVMe hard drive for it and put it on in there. So I've been running a lot of my games off there, and if PS5, once you get a PS5, you're gonna notice a difference on an NVMe. I can run now my Skyrim because I was running a test on it recently. I can run it with like all kind of mods, and it's not even crashing. I'm running with like Open City, which basically it has no load times anymore. The city just opens straight up, and it ain't crashed at all so far.
Oh,
yeah, we've been running experiments with NVMe's, and it's the load times and stuff are totally different.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
because it's a direct connect into the actual board versus a wired connection to the board. You know, you're not having to port into it. It's actually directly tied into the board itself, directly to the CPU and all, to where it's much faster, much easier to control and set up from there versus having to reach through a port into the wire to the hard drive and then pull it out of there back into the system. You know, now granted that's all in microseconds. You know, but a direct connect versus a wired connect is a lot of times that it makes that much of a difference, as Nineball's saying. So, yeah.
Going back to the Watch Dogs, really, I've never played a Watch Dogs. I've seen some. I've been wanting to play them, and they just right now sat on my back burner.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Watch Dogs 1 was okay. I haven't heard much about 2.
It actually, all right. So Watch Dogs 1 actually got a lot of flack, but it actually was better than 2. So the second one, the first one was actually, the storyline was actually really good and engaging. It's just a lot of the side missions was repetitive. It was like if you did this, like when at the beginning it was very fresh, but then after a while, like maybe 5-6 hours in, it's just like, okay, we're doing this and this and this again. But the base story was fine. It was good. Watch Dogs 2, they had a lot of new, like it was really cool that they brought in the parkour feature in there, and the multiplayer co-op and stuff like that. Like, I mean, the first one had it too, but the second one had more co-op capabilities. A lot more of the side missions were different. The base story wasn't that good to me. It just wasn't. And they had a lot of tech talk in there as far as like, if you guys ever seen the series on Netflix called Scandal, to where like they talk very, very, very techy and
like hackers, like that real old movie with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. And they say like little witty comments that you would find funny, but you would only find funny if you understood the terms and the way that they're like how their vocabulary was. That's how Watch Dogs 2 was very much like. And even for the final boss, when you beat that final boss, like that end credit was just like, okay, what? Like it wasn't that good, to be honest with you. It really wasn't. Watch Dogs 3 is panning out to be different and better and fun. and it starts off a lot stronger, and it feels like 007 meets Cyberpunk scenario. It's pretty cool. So, but I mean, yeah, if you were by me still, I'd let you borrow Watch Dogs 1 and 2 as well. But yeah,
Oh,
I
got them
both.
for free. I got them both. I just never played them.
Yeah, and it's a good area to have it on your backlog after you get through all these other games that you're going through. So it's no rush to get through it now. But Watch Dogs 3, which seems to be entirely different than 1 and 2, I think there's going to be a small like crossover there because you might still see Aiden from the first one. But as of right now, I have yet to actually see where that's coming from. So, yeah, pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I might be able to do it in the middle of my procrastination zone before I start 7.
Oh my goodness. So story number 5. Monsters coming around the mountain, here they come. Monsters coming around the mountain, here they come. They'll do it, Carrot. You're up.
They'll definitely be rampaging through this village here in a minute. Coming soon on March 26th. That's right, guys. Kevin Kenzenvik, apologies if I mispronounced that, from GameSpot. Monster Hunter Rise launches on Nintendo Switch later this month, but players will have another chance to sample the game ahead of them. During its Monster Hunter digital event, Capcom announced it's releasing a second free Monster Hunter Rise demo on March 11th. You know I'm going to be there. You all better be too. On top of that, the publisher gave viewers a brief look at the title's first free post-launch update. The second demo will feature the 2 training missions and 2 hunts from the previous demo, and as well as new advanced quests to hunt the game's flagship monster. Ooh. The 3 hunts, let's see here, the Magnamalo. As before, the demo will have a play count limit. You'll only be able to collectively play the 3 hunts 30 times. The demo will also, once again, support online play, giving you the option to group up with other players online and try the hunts cooperatively. However, you'll need to have a Nintendo Switch online subscription to take advantage of online play. I could definitely say you do need the Switch to play. Gravity and I did the last demo. We had a lot of fun, even if it was just 1 hunt. It was really interesting and really fun to do. So I can't wait for this next one. So Gravity, you definitely better be online, you know.
Oh, you know I will be. You know I'll be picking that up, trying to get some more content from there, just going around, hunting monsters, doing some stuff. Hopefully, like, I can actually, like, honestly, you'll probably pull away from me in levels again. So, but hopefully we won't have another situation where you and Abyss are just, like, dealing with the monster for me, and I'm, like, on the corner, the edge of the map, just like, all right, I'm on the... All right, you guys good? Well, like, I couldn't go near it. Every time I kept going near it, it would just one-shot me, and they're just like, okay, you stand over there. We're going to get there for you.
Nineball had that with me and my friend Soviet. We played this game. We played Monster Hunter World like a lot. Like we had like 600 plus hours onto this game, on that game, and like we went back with Nineball trying to help him out, and we just literally in like a minute wrecked the monster, and it was game over, hunt over. And he's like, we're like, oops. We're in game plus on this, and we're like, yeah, let me go back and remake some lower end weapons so we can make the hunt a little bit more fun, you know.
So bad. It's like you over equipped yourself. Like, I'm ready to go out there, the creature's already dead. Like, you know what, I'm just going back inside.
We'll go back to my tent and have a steak, you know. But no, I cannot wait for this game. I've already got an external SD card coming for my Switch. I got a wireless controller just because I feel like that's going to help my gameplay a lot. I am stoked, guys. You need to go online and check out the digital trailer launch. They just announced newer monsters, which are not really new. They're old bringbacks, Nargacugas and Ogre. You know, they're bringing them back into the gameplay. You know, they've got a lot of older monsters that they're bringing back in, plus the newer ones for the new series. I know Malachi's really stoked for it, especially with just the aesthetic style. I am as well. And not only that, but the rampage they talked about is pretty much a tower defense in this game that then you get to fight through as well. It is going to be so much fun. And multiplayer is going to be off the charts with this, I can guarantee you. It was off the charts with Monster Hunter World. It's going to be off the charts with this one. So I am stoked. Marked on my calendar, day off. I told my boss, don't even expect me to wake, to even call you in the morning. Like, I'm nowhere but face glued to the TV playing some Monster Hunter Rise.
There you go. There you go. So, yeah. So if you guys are ready to rise up, might as well get yourself a Raise Energy as well while you're at it. You guys can actually go to Rep Sports, REPPsports.com. Type in ALWT Game and get 15% off your Raise Energy drinks, your water supplements, your workout powders, your Rep Sports swag, your Raise Energy shirts, all that good stuff. 15% off. That's 15% off if you type in ALWT Gaming at checkout. Again, Rep Sports, REPPsports.com. You guys can also find us on social media platforms as Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything underneath the ALWT Gaming sun. You guys can just type in ALWT Gaming. Find us that way on YouTube. Type in At Least We Tried Gaming if you have a hard time finding us with ALWT Gaming. We also have a website, but you guys can check that out at www.alwtgaming.com. And we also have a mobile app. There you guys can actually check out our merchandise. If you go to the About Us section, there's a merchandise button. You guys can tip on that. You guys can click on that. And if you can model for us there, Mildewy Carrot, can you show off the goods right there? Bam! Right there. Mildewy Carrot rocking the ALWT Gaming swag. You guys can go ahead and get yourself a hoodie or a t-shirt or a mug or a face mask. Just type in ALWTgaming.com, visit our website, go to About Us, click on the merchandise, and you guys can actually make your purchase there. There we also have our calendar for our streams, in case you guys are curious to check that out. I know for you guys that are watching on, or listening, I should say, on Anchor, you guys couldn't see the lovely display that Mildewy Carrot just did for his shirt. If you guys want to take a look at what these shirts look like, go to, again, www.alwtgaming.com. Go to About Us, click on the merchandise. You guys can check out the swag. Tomorrow, there's nothing going on tomorrow, but Thursday, it's Smite Night all day. Not really all night, but yeah, Frag 30. That's what it is. Frag Dirty 30. And then we're coming all the way this Saturday, which is our 9 to 5 segment for March. We do that once a month, and that will be us playing a game that we haven't played before or tried out before or really got far in, and that is from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with an hour lunch in between. This month and this weekend is going to be Valheim. So we're going to be trying that out for 8 hours. Going to be a good time. Go ahead and give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a view. Come and say hi. If it's open world-ish as it looks and everything like that, I'm not sure exactly how the community is going to be. But if you guys want to just come and bring your avatar and just kind of hang out with us for a little bit, we don't mind the company. You know what I mean? But we will be streaming. So if you don't want to be on the stream, you might want to just check it out inside the chat or give us a view on twitch.com or twitch.tv/ALWT Gaming. And that pretty much does it here for us there. One last thing to throw out there. All day anime. Me and Gravity Mark. This coming Sunday. Noon until 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's pretty much about it, guys. Is anyone gaming after we get off this stream?
I might see if someone's online on Smite, possibly. We'll see.
I might join you.
Yeah, I might get a little Smite in myself. I got to get my my last level for my battle pass.
I actually have a video that I wanted to watch here of somebody just absolutely playing Valheim the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna try to see if I might be able to study up on some really fun ways to play that game wrong. So we'll see. We'll see this Saturday.
Yep, this Saturday. Yeah.
This Saturday. Better
Saturday.
be there.
There we go.
See if I do something dumb.
Square.
I will probably die a lot.
You and Malachi, probably.
Probably.
One last shout out I want to go ahead and give to Skimbo92. Thank you very much for the recent follow. Mr. Vegito Pro, thank you again for the follow earlier. Of course, Lil Tofu92. Thank you very much for the comments, hanging out with us online, and for the shout out on your Instagram page. We appreciate you. We love you. Of course, Ohio wouldn't be right without Ohio in the chat. You know what I mean? And then before we officially dip out and disperse for this stream for ALWT Things Gaming, episode 39. I also, and before I go ahead and do this little segue, I want to remind you guys, download your retailer's app. That is key and essential to trying to lock in an Xbox Series X or a PS5. We would also highly recommend for you guys to go ahead and download the Hot Stock app. So that way you can get notified of when these consoles are going hot and live on your retailer's sites. And that's going to be Costco. That's going to be Sam's Club. That's going to be Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop. Pretty much almost anything that you can think of that they're selling a PS5 should be on this Hot Stock app. Again, Hot Stock. Gravity Mark II, where can they find you?
You can find me here. You can find me on PlayStation under Gravity Mark II.
There we go. Mildewy Carrot.
Oh, you can find me on YouTube or Twitch. That's a Mildewy Carrot, MILDWY, with a carrot at the end. You know how it's spelled.
And it's the 9-ball corner pocket.
Basically, you can find me right now only on PlayStation. I haven't really set up my YouTube or anything. I'm still working on that. Still working on it. You can find me on PlayStation via it's the 9-ball, same as on here. I think also, well, I don't really touch my Xbox at all. But if you want to find me on Game Pass, I believe it's More to See. Is it still More to See on that?
More to See 7?
Yes, I've not changed that one. I keep forgetting to do that.
There you have it. And if you guys want to find me, you can meet me in the trail. It's going down. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can actually find me on PSN Malachi36. That's MALACHAI 36. That's pretty much the only thing I really have. Of course, you guys can also check me out on Facebook. But I mainly am on PSN, and then most of my content is going to be on the ALWT Gaming pages anyway, so I don't really have a separate one. Just Malachi36 if you guys want to add me on PSN. Here momentarily in the next, hopefully, week or so, I will also have a player ID for Switch. So I will give that to you guys, as I do not know why Nintendo does not have usernames. But that's A-okay. Not really. It's not okay on Nintendo. So if you guys ever listen to this, please let us have that capability. But guys, that does it. That does it here for our ALWT Things Gaming episode 39. Again, thank you guys very much for tuning in. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we hope to see you guys on Smite Night this coming Thursday. All day, every day. We'll be streaming here on the ALWT Gaming page at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time. Control all complete.
Peace.